Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to another Buzzin walkabout here on Buzzin Pattaya. And today's question is, I've been asked a few times about when is the best time to come here in terms of like the weather and how many people are here. Yes, I know you've just fell about the floor rolling around laughing because I'm saying about how many people are here when there's no one here, but that's not going to be forever, so we've got to stay positive. And basically I'm going to talk about what I think is the new normal and about when things will resume back to normality, about when people come over here and the seasons and the temperature, etc, etc. So, have you got back up now? Have you stopped fooling around laughing when I'm saying how busy it is? Anyway, but before we get to that, guys, what I would say is, if you haven't already, please check out our Discord group. The reason I'm saying it now at the beginning of the video rather than at the end is because quite a few questions I get sent in. If you was to pop that question onto our Discord group, that would be answered for you, and you can also interact. It's a live chat. There's lots of people on there. There's over 5,000 people on there, and also we put things like videos, photos of the girls, lots of information, daily special offers, all the kind of go-to things. Oh, I said the go-to word. Someone said to me the other day, you always say go-to. All of the relevant information that you will need is right in there in our Discord group. There is a link in the description below, so please have a look, check it out, get yourself over. It's completely free. There's no charges involved whatsoever. It's literally an online forum discussion platform where you can literally just jump in there and talk to everybody and anybody. All right, so look where I am. Who knows this place behind me? Back in the day, yes, I know, back in the day, but back in the day, that was the Carousel Bar. And many of you that are watching this would have sat on those bars and spun around, etc, etc. So, you know where I am. I'm in Soi Diamond, and basically what I'm going to do is head down onto Walking Street, turn left and head up towards Bali High Pier. Let's see what's going on up there. I haven't had a walk up there for a while, so I thought, well, let's go and have a wander around, see what's going on, and let's talk about when, in my opinion, is the best time to come here in terms of like the amount of people that would be here, and also the weather. But also, when do you come, guys? When's your go-to time? When do you normally get out here? What's your feeling about the weather and how busy it is in normal times? I appreciate right now it's on its arse, but hey ho, we've got to keep going. So let's go, and I'm going to put my gear on, spin the camera around, and let's see and find out what's going on today. So here we are, right in front of me there, Toys R Us. And I'm mentioning this because, you know, there are a lot of people out there that are inquisitive about ladyboys or like the ladyboys. You know, each to their own, it's not an issue. But the reason I'm mentioning it is simply and only because that's where it is. Up there, who remembers Heaven a Go-Go? Heaven Above. Now, Heaven's now over in Soi Boomerang on Soi Bacau. And Greg's over there, great selection of girls, really good place. Sadly, one of my favourites, Yes A Go-Go, unfortunately that is no A Go-Go anymore. It's done, it's finished, you can see there it's up for rent. Such a shame, really good place, enjoyed that. And this is the Carousel Bar. Who's watching this video that sat on one of these circular bars and spun round? If you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you look on the floor there, these two bars used to spin in opposite directions. Pretty cool actually, pretty funky. Alright, so now there's a lot of work going on in Walking Street, so it'd be quite nice to see how much progress they've made. But the question is, when is the best time to come here? And what we'll do is let's cover off first. Let's talk about the climate, shall we? Let's talk about how hot it is, etc. What you can expect when you come out here. So basically, we have three main seasons here. So we have the hot season, which is generally speaking between March and June. So March, April, May and June, that's when it gets pretty hot, to be fair. Between July and October, that's what we call our rainy season, and that's where we are right now. And we have had a lot of rain of late. Last night, it absolutely teamed it down. And you know, it can be really, what's the word I'm looking for? It can catch you out. You can literally be walking around in beautiful sunshine, and suddenly, within a nanosecond, you're drenched. It really does. It comes down in such a big thunderstorms and all kinds of stuff. And of course, after that, November through to February, that's what we class as our cold season. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cold season? Thailand? Cold? Never. But what you've got to do is ignore everything I've just said in terms of the seasons, because when you come out here, especially if you're like from say the UK or Europe or a colder climate, every day here is a hot day. There is no such thing as a hot season or a cold season. Everything's the same. So in fairness, no matter what time you come out of the year, you are going to have a temperature that you will enjoy. But if you're here for a long term and you acclimatise, believe it or not, we do get the cold season. And when I say the cold season, I mean that in terms of that during the day, yes, it's still hot, it's nice, but at night time you will find yourself needing a jumper and finding it pretty chilly, believe it or not. And I know you think I'm off my rocker when I say that, but those of you that live here, guys that have been here for long stays, you will agree with me, it can get pretty quite cold of an evening. So there are three main seasons: the hot season, March through to June, the rainy season, which is July through to October, and November through to February is the cold season. Now in terms of people here, let's move out of the way, there's a car coming. So in terms of number of people here, so bear in mind I'm going to be talking about when it was back in the day and ultimately what it will be like moving forwards, because eventually we will settle down. Eventually things will come back, and you know, we can discuss it until we're blue in the face as to how long it's going to be, when it's going to be, you know, all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, it's irrelevant, because right now it isn't happening. Obviously we've got the future restrictions are going to get lifted in terms of flights, so that's a step forwards, and you know, things are on the improvement. So never say never. Sawadee Cup. Oh, you make kapau musap cho anh? Kapau musap. Kapau musap cho anh? Oh, okay, nice. The lady there's making kapau musap, probably one of the most popular dishes that are eaten here in Thailand. So yeah, so when things resume, when it does get normal, so ironically our cold season is also our busiest season, because our cold season is over Christmas. And as I mentioned before, if you are in a climate that's colder than Thailand, well then if you want some winter sun, most people tend to head out here, and they'll stay here right the way through till sort of around April time, and after Songkran, that's when it starts to quieten down a little bit. And if you're not aware about Songkran, it's one of those kind of things where you either love it or you hate it. There's no getting away, there's no in between. Particularly down here in Pattaya, we have Songkran for 9 days. Crazy really, to be fair, but it is what it is, 9 days. And they basically throw water over you every day. So it might not be your cup of tea. I have to say, over the years it's gradually got less and less enjoyable for me. I tend to stick to the last 2 days. The last 2 days are normally the best 2 days as well. They're the busiest 2 days. But walking around, oh there you go, walking around in the hot weather, suddenly getting a freezing cold bucket of ice thrown over you, ice water is not fun. There we go, see, those of you saying about where the Russian go-go bars and stuff are, there you are. That's your area if that's your thing. And of course you may have been very aware recently about the fire that was down here in Walking Street, and that's the rooftop there. See there, I can't get in there unfortunately. Not that there'd be much to see anyway, the place was absolutely destroyed. But luckily nobody was hurt. And of course now we've got all the speculation going on. Was it an insurance job? Etc, etc. And the truth of the matter is, I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is that nobody was hurt, and that's the main thing. It's a shame I can't go and show you what's happening, but anyway, the place was absolutely ripped apart. Now heading up now, what we're going to do, walk up towards Bali High Pit, and man, this guy's got all the gear on, hasn't he? Wow, fair play to that. And we're going to go past Windy Inn. I've given this place a shout out a couple of times now, up there. This is the Windy Inn. I've stayed here a few times. Really good location, really good rooms, big rooms as well. They've got a pool, restaurant, bar. And there's rooms facing the seafront, as well as rooms at the back facing backwards into the city centre. Now this place on the right was a really nice open restaurant at the time. I have no idea whether it's going to return. It's opposite a place called the Siam Elephant. The Siam Elephant. And right ahead there in the distance, look at that, the old waterfront. Now I have heard, and again, you know, the thing about Pattaya is it's always full of rumours, but I've heard that possibly there is a new investor, possibly, that's going to take it over and is going to jump through the hoops that need to be jumped through. And in fact, actually, let's just walk over here. Is going to jump through all the hoops that are required and continue and complete the building. There you go, you heard that here first. Probably an absolute load of rubbish, probably won't happen, but never know. So this is that restaurant I was talking about here. Really nice it used to be. Come here, sit down, have your dinner, lovely. And across over there, you can see there, that's the ferries. They lead over to Kailan. And you can see the speedboats here. So the speedboats, if you get a speedboat, private hire speedboat's 3,000 baht. Some charge a little bit more. Alternatively, they will offer you a seat on the boat, and it's 300 baht each, and they will wait until there's 10 people on there. Or you see right ahead now in the far distance, that's where the ferries are, and that's 30 or 40 baht, I think it's 40 baht. And they take you over to the island. If you go on the speedboat, it's about 15 minutes. If you go on the ferry, it's about 40 minutes. And each to their own. So what I'm going to do is just head up towards Mix. That's another European style nightclub. It's funny though, isn't it, when people come over here, they come over here and then they want to go to a nightclub where the Russians and that are, which, I don't know, defeats the object in my opinion. I might be talking rubbish, maybe that's your thing, but for me, I'd rather go to iBar, Insomnia, Lucifer's, Candy Shop, 808, Pier, you know, the Red Car Bar, Walking Street Bar, you know, all these places to me are far more attractive than going into a nightclub that's packed full of Russian girls, etc. And of course, to add that, you've obviously, if you're in the freelance market, you're going to have to pay the freelance prices for the Russians. And trust me, that is not cheap. And just here on the left, there you go. This is the Mix complex. And I'm sure there's many of you have been in there. So I'm just going to wander around the pier, show you what's going on down here. And then we'll head back and call it a day. I can't wait for things to recover, I really can't. You know, people said to me the other day, I was asking a question, that when things resume back to normality, will I continue to do my YouTube, will I continue to do the videos, etc, etc. And the answer to that is yes. But I do think that we're going to have to address the whole situation regarding YouTube. And I don't actually go out that much of an evening doing YouTube. I know I did the Tree Town one the other month, and yep, we all know about that. But I can't go around here, they blocked it off. Of course, yeah, with COVID, sorry, COVID. But yeah, I don't really go out of an evening doing YouTube. Where you'll probably see me is in a lot of the go-go bars and the beer bars, taking photos for the bar itself. I do a lot of that. But actual YouTubing of a night time, I probably won't be doing much, if any. I'll stick to my daytime stuff. Let's have a look back across there. And of course there you can see, let me span a bit more. There you go, that's the fire. And as you can see, totally ripped it apart. All right, let's head back. So yeah, regarding the YouTubing, you know, it's a really good point. It seems to be the topic of the month at the moment. People are jumping on it left, right and center and saying, oh, you know, if I'm walking around, people can't film me. And it's against all, it's against the law and all the rest of it. Well, I actually went to a law company here, a very well respected law company, and I asked them, because I'm interested, you know, I'm interested. Obviously, I understand everybody's feelings, but for me, I'm interested. And I said to them, like, what is the situation here? If someone is walking along a public roadway, are they allowed to be filmed, etc., etc.? And the answer was, in their eyes, yes. So I don't really know how legitimate that is. They're a very, very big law company here. They're very, very well known, but that was their answer. And what they said was, in private places, no. What they also said was, think about compromising positions, as in people in bars. Maybe they're coming out of a nightclub, or maybe not a nightclub, a go-go bar, or going into a go-go bar. Would they maybe want to be filmed? And that's a brilliant point. You know, that is a really, really good point. For me to move further forwards with what we're doing, you know, if you do see me out, guys, and you don't want to be on film, you know, it's not an issue. Just come up to me and let me know. Say, hey Trev, can you just blur me out or delete me out of this part of your video? And I will happily do that, happily do that. You know, I'm not out to try and catch you and put you in situations. I'm just out to bring information to the channel so that people that are not here can see what's going on. So if you do see me, guys, please, you know, just stay calm. There's no need to get angry. Just walk up to me and say, hey Trev, mate, I don't want to be on your video. No problem whatsoever. But like I said, you know, I don't plan on going out much of an evening anyway. Maybe once a month I'll have a little walk around. I don't know, you know. The ones that I don't like, I'll be totally truthful with you, are the hidden cameras. You know, that side of things, genuinely, I really don't agree with. And I was at a YouTubers meeting the other day. We just talk about stuff and just get together once a week. And we were discussing about this, and you know, it is a bad thing, especially when you don't know you're being filmed, the environment that you're being filmed in, as in you're in Walking Street, and you might be coming out of the bar with a newfound friend, and you know, let's be honest, it's not ideal, is it? So that side of things I totally get, 100%. People have asked me about the Buzzin bar, saying will I be allowing cameras in there, etc. You know, all I'm going to do is live stream, but the live stream camera will be facing me. It will not be facing into the bar. As to regarding other people that come in and want to film, you know, it's very difficult to police that, especially if I'm not there, and I don't plan to be in the bar every day. So, you know, I think if it's something that people have known about and make it publicly aware, look guys, I'm coming in to film the bar, let me know if you would or would not like to be on the video, and they'll blur you out. I don't know if that's an issue. It goes back to my thing about if you catch me walking around and think, oh, I don't want to be on that video, just come and let me know, guys, you know, just come and let me know. I'm more than happy to take you out of the video or blur you out. But it's a bit of a hot topic at the moment, and there's a lot of YouTubers that have sprung out the woodwork that are suddenly going out there with a camera, and maybe they're not quite as what's the word I'm looking for, or maybe they're just not quite as aware of people's circumstances. You know, I did the Tree Town video. Yeah, we can talk about that. And yep, absolutely huge, massive learning curve for me in terms of a few things really. Number one, I'd been out in the afternoon, met a friend, had a few beers. Massive mistake, never do that again ever. That was just ridiculous. I made an absolute dickhead comment to a lady, And I'm hoping to go and see her. I've been down a couple of times, she's not there. There was a guy that was going to come down with me. He's off the radar at the moment, so you know, I am going to go down there. I'll go down of an evening. But that was a learning curve, you know, drinking. Oh man, stupid. Secondly, people were sat in there having their dinner, and because of the alcohol, again I acted like a bellend and stuck my camera in two girls' faces while they were enjoying their dinner. Really, really wrong. Just quickly, I'm not going to say the name. You tell me, guys, up those steps that used to be there, what was the name of probably one of the most famous clubs here in Walking Street? Who remembers that? Answers down below, please. And of course, you know, going back to the video in Tree Town, the other side of the coin as well was that it was busy, people sat there eating, and what I should have done was kept my distance, maybe at the front and then at the back, and maybe put a slight blur over the video. Was it necessary to show people? You know, it's a learning curve for me. I'm not an expert by a million miles. I'm learning as I'm going. So I think moving forwards, maybe that's something that I've got to consider and change and not do that again, because it was in Tree Town. Ironically, Tree Town, people say, oh, it's a private land. It's not actually. It's owned by a private person, but it's open to the public. There's no admission fee. But anyway, that's irrelevant. The point being is that I learned a lot from that video. I learned a lot. Whereas walking around in the daytime, you know, I don't see that being an issue. I think that's fair game to anybody, especially when I'm just walking down a road. And then we had the bar bus situation. You may or may not have seen the video. There was a gentleman on the bar bus and got particularly aggressive. And you know, it is what it is, no dramas. We dealt with the situation. But the answer to a couple of questions, people were saying, oh yeah, but if I was sat on the bus and he put a camera in my face, he'd know about it, blah, blah, blah. And I totally agree with you, but the camera wasn't in his face. The camera was pointing directly at me, close up to me. I wasn't talking loud. I was talking no louder than what I'm talking now. I've got a microphone that's very close to me that picks up everything. I wasn't shouting. No different than me sitting next to you on the bus and having a conversation. And he was quite, well, it was a bit weird really. Initially, I thought he was okay. And then as he got off the bus, he told me to F off and carried on walking. And, you know, people are saying, yeah, I'll do the same. You put that camera in my face. But that I understand. But the point was, the camera was facing directly at me. It was clearly obvious to him that I was not filming him in any way, shape or form. And especially at the last part, because I was actually at the end of the bus, facing out the back, looking away from everybody. So again, but it's a learning curve. And I think at the moment, the YouTube society, community, whatever you want to call it, I think we're under a little bit of pressure. Some of it totally justified, some of it a little bit OTT, and some of it, in my eyes, is not justified. But anyway, back to the seasons. So, yeah, so when to come? When do you guys come out here? Drop a comment below, please. When's your go-to time? I said it again and I see this is mental. When is your preferred time to visit Thailand? What month do you normally come out? How do you find the temperature? Oh, 1 second, let me go past. Yeah, how do you find the temperature? What month do you come out? How busy is it? And yes, let's go to when it's back to normality. How busy is it? And share your experiences, please, down below. And while you're there, you know, within reason, what do you think about the YouTube situation right now? And please, you know, instead of just saying, oh, you're a knobhead, you shouldn't be filming, you know, just tell me why I'm a knobhead and shouldn't be filming, as in what you feel. So it's important to me because I like to listen. I like to find your feedback, and I do read everything. I read every single comment. So, you know, please be honest. Please be honest. All right, so we're coming up to the second road side of Soi Diamond. This top end here is where Phil is, in the pub. And when we do resume normality, please pop in and see him. Go and say hello. He's a really nice guy. Let's get through this gap there. And he's got a good setup in there. Quite a few girls, they like to play pool, as you know. He offers good food. Obviously, it's a bar. So please, when you do get over here, pop in, go and say hello. They're doing a lot of work here. See that there? I actually don't know what it is they're doing. And it's all the way down, look. See right ahead up there, that's where the BART bus that takes you out to Jom Tien from here, that's where that BART bus is. But at the moment they can't be there. And so therefore, the BART buses are coming a bit further up to here. That's, see the gentleman over there, that's where they're waiting, that area. All right, so here we are, Soi Diamond. And if you are wanting a quick shortcut into Walking Street, come down here. This is the way in to Soi Diamond into Walking Street. All right, let me spin the camera around. Cool. Whew. And yes, it's warm. Oh man. All right, so let's finish outside of the pub, shall we? That's a good place rather than ever. Go and see Phil in a minute. Say hello to him. Be mask down there. All right, so there we go, guys. That's it for me today. So that's the seasons. Like I say, you know, if you're used to a colder climate than what you've got here, there are no real seasons. Obviously, you've got the rainy season, so if you're not really into the quick thunderstorms, try not to come out over here. And Christmas is particularly busy. Not this year, but I would imagine next year we should be back to normal. We have to be. And I think that'll be when you'll find that it's a very, very busy time here in Thailand. All right, thank you very much for watching. Remember Discord, jump on our Discord group, guys. Get on there and start sharing and learning and connecting with other people. So have a look, the link is down below. That's it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. And have a look at our members area. There's more and more members joining now, which is fantastic. And I'm also getting more and more bars and restaurants, etc., offering different things like free drinks, discounts, etc., etc., when you show your digital ID card. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much indeed for watching. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.